Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Excite Racing League's Tier 6 division, coming to you, it's round number 7.
Yep.
Oh, good.
You had it.
I had it already. Round number 17 of the championship, coming to you live from the Circuit of the Americas, the United States Grand Prix. And with of course, the driver's title and the constructor's title wrapped up a couple of races ago, a couple of races ago in Japan. The drivers are a little bit of in a reflective mood, but they are still battling for the various positions in the driver's table. A few absentees for tonight. When you have 10 drivers here to begin with, let's hope we stick with those. But we will tell you about those when we get into points qualifying. My name is Shadow Hunter FX, and I'm joined with F1XP for tonight, as usual. And a couple of rivalries going on in this championship now, that even though the seriousness of the titles is all done and dusted.
Yeah, a few. It's always going to happen, though, isn't it? No one wants to finish at the bottom. They all have targets they put at the start of the season. They want to accomplish them, and Ted's back apparently, according to Patronus. Ted from, of course, the F1 division, but today I'm not going to call you Ted, I'm going to call you Michaels. But yeah, last time out, I don't have the championship standings actually this week because it's over, so I was going to bring in what happened last race with the results of there's about 9 drivers finishing. After all of the reports and everything that's worked out, this is how it goes. The winner of last race in Russia was Mr. Deeds, taking first win of the season, so he makes it 4 different winners of the season, which isn't that much really in the entire season out of the whole 16 races there has been. Super took second, just as normal really, in the top 2 again, top 5 like normal, top 3 most of the time. Pure Hamilton there in third, continuing his good streak of podiums, but XRL Button takes a 4th, the best ever finish he's had in XRL. Tomo taking 5th, again a great finish for him. That's I think his first or second top 5 this season only. Jonas in probably his last race in this season, as now he no longer has a game, so he won't be here tonight. In 6th place at the end of it, Schumacher INA taking 7th. 8th was Jism getting some more points, and Gary didn't finish in 9th, and then there was no one else after that. So probably the lowest finish J6 has had in a while, with only 9 or 8 actual finishes.
That wasn't a bad race in Russia last time out. Relatively unscathed in terms of actually incidents. It's just the track limits was a little bit interesting, is the word I'd use for it. But obviously we apologise for not recording or not putting that live on Twitch, but we are here tonight, which is good, as Deeds crosses the line of 141.1. I expect that to be beaten, and it does, by Gary Allbone, 141 flat. What times are you expecting Wes from these guys? I mean, I'm personally thinking anything in the 140s, maybe the 30s.
Yeah. Maybe 2 people might get in the 39s, but they'd be high 39s. I'm thinking 40s for most of the field.
Gary Allbone, 141.031 on top at the moment. Misty second, Ricardo third, Crazy Runner fourth, and Daz in 5th. Welcome back to Daz. He's been away for a few races. As Crazy Runner in Russia.
No.
Yeah. Of course.
He didn't race in Russia. Yeah, he raced in Japan though.
Of course, we do have quite a few consistent, significant is actually the word, significant absentees, and one of which being Helking Tomo, who he's going to be watching this race with utter attention after this. He has got work commitments on for this week, which is unfortunate, but as it is. Patronus, as we mentioned, his game is broken in some sort of way, so he's probably not going to appear for the rest of the season. Again, unfortunate. But both Ferraris not racing here tonight. Who else is missing? Schumacher's here, Gism is here, Button's here,
Will Gaming's not here.
yeah. One of them, both Mercedes are here. As your Hamilton gets within 400 of Gary. Gary's actually got to a 40.7.
Rivermerk's not here, and Button goes 6th. Rivermerk is the other one. I don't even know if he'll be
Rivermerk.
racing for the rest of the season. He hasn't actually turned up for. Well, he didn't turn up in Russia. So he's missed Russia, but that's 2 in a row now. So I don't know what's going on there.
Hamilton pops himself into second place. Williams, of course, he's fighting in the championship with Hamilton and Schumacher IMA for second place behind Schumacher. But wants to get a couple more wins under his belt.
He wants at least 10 and he's got 9, so he wants another one.
He's just about to cross the line now at 141.1 goes third. Maybe only the 40s are going to be pole for tonight.
Could be actually, but there's 8 minutes left. There's still plenty of time for improvements. The tyre compounds tonight are the medium and the hard, the white and the orange. There is no inters or wets as it is put on to clear, but next week in Brazil it will be dynamic, 100% race distance for every single division, including Tier 6. It will be Tier 6's, I think, 4th, 100%, or maybe 5th, as Mr. Deeds goes 4th. So Tomo is also watching live on YouTube, so is Petronas, so both Ferraris not being able to race, but going to be able to watch. Yeah, both are watching, yeah, because it's live on YouTube. Of course, you can watch on your phone as well, so it's sneakier.
Working.
Oh well.
Oh well.
They never know.
They never know. Schumacher IMA is one of the people yet to set the lap times. It's coming round the middle sector. Well, actually, the final. That's its final sector. It's got the middle part of the track. So it's coming round the long right-hander here, which goes right round the spectacular tower, sort of viewing tower. It goes through the whole stadium. Loves to go up there sometimes.
Crazy runners on Prime.
Why are you on Prime?
I don't know.
Schumacher
Selected the wrong tyre, probably.
complete his lap.
Oh, yep, in the
Make
pits.
into the pit.
Phil Hamilton's definitely not on a lap, weaving down the main straight.
Start one. Right, crazy one. And it'll be interesting how he's on Prime. It'll be days on a 41.9 on Prime, which is not
Yeah,
bad
was that on
at all.
Primes or was that? No, I think that was on option because I was on board with him when he did
I
that.
don't know why he's on Prime.
I think he's gone in the pits and accidentally selected the Primes. It's the only thing I can think of. Mr.
Right.
Deeds misses the apex completely on the last corner, but finishes his lap to go second, 40.7. So
Oh,
wonder what pole
has he got
time is.
Oh,
Gary has. Oh, that's close.
200
Wow, look how
and
close that is.
400.
Wow, they're all in the
It's like it.
40.7s.
It's like
Yeah, how's
this
this? This is how. Well, this is no, but this is just how it's been all season. The whole every single qualifying really in Tier 6 has been actually really close. From time to time, there has been someone that has just owned it, but the whole division as a, mass of them have been pretty damn close. And at the moment, again, the top 3 being close, like it was last week. Even though we did 2 qualifying last week as well. I think was that last week?
That
Yeah,
was last week, and we did 2 qualifying in Japan.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks in a row we did
Are you
now.
going to start a lap or are you going into the pit? Going. Okay, very late into the pit. Ollard.
Late decision, wasn't sure.
Right, Button. Coming out the final set now.
I know why you want. I know why you want him to start ladder. We're gonna talk for a whole minute and 40.
Track guide. Yay.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah. Right, so here comes Button now. He needs to get the good exit out of this final corner. It's kind of a hairpin sort of style. Goes across the line, DRS open, which might see some overtaking, but very brave. because you're coming up the hill, kind of like Austria. It's got a very, very steep turn 1. It's going to be difficult to see into turn 1 on the first lap for us. And he's taken out very, very well.
Yeah.
Now coming into this wonderful section, kind of Maggots and Beckett's-esque, so Silverstone copied it. Left, and then a right, and then a left. Keeping it in the line, which is good. Long right-hander, eased off the gas. Not really confident to go through there. Now the final right and left hand is flick of the left. Relatively good, but although I see some time coming into it. Now coming down into this hairpin. Very, very difficult to sort of get the traction in and out pretty well, because I mind you don't hit the bollard on the inside, obviously. Now onto this long back straight. Got a rise up and down. Open with the DRS. Coming into this, probably one of the very favoured overtaking spots, but it's tight on the entrance. Now coming into the final sector. Lap looks reasonably good, actually, to be honest. Down the middle sector. Now this part, you've got to watch on the wheel spin as well, because...
and lockup.
Yeah, and the lockup
We'll
as
watch
well.
on that.
An overtaking spot down there, which he's just gone through, that hairpin, but there's a dive on, really. The long right-hander coming around the viewing tower, and then this corner here is very difficult track limits, taking that relatively well. Coming up to the final corner now, this might be an improvement, actually.
He did take the last two corners very slowly.
41.6. 41.6.
So yeah, he can. I think he can get those 6 turns. He took the last two corners very cautious, very, very, very cautious.
In that first sector as well, there's time in that which can be found. Daz is just finishing one up. Schumacher, now are you going to finish a lap, Schumacher? Are you going to set a lap time? 2 minutes 30 to go. And the final sector now.
I think he's tried before, but it's nothing gone well for him.
Teammate around, which was interesting. Checking out his lines. Whoa, massive cut, the penultimate corner, and he realises that and backs out on and weaves. That's a good measure. He's now going to finish a lap now. So he's going to be at 141. 141.
Didn't use his DRS. So now.
Too late the DRS.
I'm pretty sure that was just him going, I ain't going to use it because of it. But that could mess him up for the next lap he's going to be on.
It's very, very close in that midfield. 41.6 to a 41.9 covers.
Crazy runners back on options.
8. Gary's improved his time to a 40.3. He's got 4 attempts on the rest of the field.
There you go.
Body stop him. I mean, he was the master of the qualifying in both sessions in Japan. Right, on board with Hamilton now is going to be his final lap of the session. Got a minute 25 to go, so got to get their lap.
Someone's just come out the pit,
Someone's
which
come
is
out
just
the pit,
pointless.
That's it. It's too late to get round in time. It's a Toro Rosso, Gerard. So he's come out a little bit too late there. Comes Hamilton coming into the first sector now, going through the S's. Oh, I was saying he was going to be just on the line to track limits. He realised he was going to cut it, backed out of it. People are going to realise, especially in this race.
T6 have had 8 safety cars in the history of. Could I do calculations quickly? 35 races. And there's a 42-2 for Jism, stays 10th. I think it's 35 races so far they've had. Like, I'm wrong. I'm right. 35 races. 35 races in 8 safety cars. The first safety car was Britain, Bahrain, round 4 when we missed it.
Because of that bollard. Oh, someone's beaten Hamilton. Mr. D's third, second is Ricardo, 40.6. For Ricardo, has put him second. Deed has finished qualifying.
Deed has messed up. He's messed up.
Hamilton is coming to the final corner now. This might be a bit of improvement. It is a big... No, it's not actually. 47 stays in 5th, I believe. But at 8th, and he's not going to finish a lap. Well, he's on a lap, but he's not going to improve. Gary's still pole is on a lap. Nobody else behind could stop him. Well, it's the two Force Indians basically.
Well, Schumacher as well out there on the lap, but no, he's not. He's taking that well too cautious.
None of them are on a competitive lap. I mean, Gary's the only one that is on a competitive-ish lap.
There's traffic though, because that's a retired car that's going to get in the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's disappeared. That's helpful. It's helpful, very helpful.
Got Schumacher in the way in the final sector. Well, slide his way down that corner there. Interesting. He doesn't need to really improve on his lap. The other two, Schumacher and Ricciardo, are... Well, they've backed out their lap, so he doesn't really need to improve. All goes very wide
Nice.
onto the corner. He's going to improve on his lap time if he does. This will be very impressive. He is going at 1:39.9.
Sneaks in.
7/10 clear.
Sneaks into the 39s.
I didn't think a 39 would be possible, but there we go. Gary's proved it. 6/10 ahead of Ricciardo, but look at how close Ricciardo, Dees, and Hamilton, and even Crazy Runner, and even Superbra. They're all close.
RBZ says, "Come on, Gary."
Go on, indeed.
RBZ, yeah, taking the. He takes the pole.
1-2 for Force India.
Yeah, that's the first time I think they've had that.
First time I've seen the Force Indies up front since the early stages of the race at Spa. Never been at the top of qualifying. It's only been one up there, and the others been midfield or something. So good qualifying by them two. The only problem with them is now, can they control the race from the front of this very competitive field, which is going to be very close to the midfield. From second down to 8th, covered about 4/10, and then there was a bit of a gap, and then it was from the rest that were covered by about another 3 or 4 tenths. So it'll be a close and competitive field for 28 laps of this circuit of the Americas. And yeah, this is going to be interesting. So, right, before we get into this race, want several guys or anybody that's watching, listening to do this for me, please, if you can. Of course, if you heard in the news about the plane crash, where 120 people died in it, including around 3 British people, I'd like all of you to take a minute's silence. I'm aware that the drivers in the lobby are doing this also, so I'm going to put a minute on my clock. I will tell you when it's done. So start now. Right, thank you very much, people. Yeah, sorry I had to get that out of the way, but needed to be done. But anyway, let's get down to business and let's go through the grid.
Speed Demon says, for duck's sake, what a lap. What a quacking lap from Gary.
A quacking lap.
A quacking lap. That's good, Speed Demon. That's very, very good. Gotta go to him.
That's a little joke that we're going
That's
around
good.
saying we'll duck. Let's go through the rest of the grid. So the Force Indians on the front row. Gary Albo is, I believe, that second pole of the season after Japan in his very short XRL career so far. Ricciardo, very few front row starts for him, but he starts on the front row in their bid to chase down Ferrari, which they got a massive opportunity with both of their drivers not racing here tonight. Mr. D from the McLaren starts P3. Of course, he's challenging with Hamilton and Schumacher for second place in the Drivers' Championship. So,
Yeah, he
can he
is.
get another win after his good win last time out? Hamilton in the Williams starts in P4. Crazy Runner in the Mercedes starts in 5th place in a timely return for him. Superbra, already championship elect, but 6th place is a little bit out of form for him. But maybe we shall see him at the end of the race somewhere. Schumacher IMA, his teammate starts in 7th. XRL Button in the second Mercedes starts in 8th. Daz LFC Gerard starts in 9th with Jizen in 10th.
Also, hello, Brendan.
Laps. Brandon?
Yeah, Brendan.
Brendan or Brandon?
Brendan. It's an E, I
Oh,
think.
Brendan.
Look like an E. Wait.
Huh?
Yeah, Brendan. Yeah. His name.
Of course, if you want to send out any messages via Xbox Live or on the chat box, for Xbox Live is Shadowhunt, FX, Gamertag, or F1X Speed. Send us any messages you want about the race, stuff that you see, also your race prediction, and what is your prediction, Wes, for this?
See, I'm gonna go with Mr. Deej. Do I know what Gary's gonna do? And I don't think it's gonna work.
Oh, you have insight.
Yes, he said to me before that he's going for a different strategy. Watch out what tyres he starts on. So he's probably going on a
Okay.
prime strategy. So I'm thinking that he's gonna mess it up somewhere again, like he did in Russia, I think. No, not Russia. He messed up in Japan. He could have won that.
Safety car had something to do with that.
Yeah. Still, he did do a different strategy on tyres. So I think Mr. Deeds.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna.
Humana.
Ricardo. Gonna go
Okay.
for Ricardo's first win.
It's a fair shout.
Good shout. We shall see 28 laps around the circuit of the Americas to find out whether these guys are ready to
Of
go.
course. So then, people watching live on YouTube, once again, for round 17 of the Tier 6 Division, Season 8 in XRL. Well, not many to go. The last 50% race distance for any division in this season, especially Tier 6. We're going to go for 2 100% race distance. One in Brazil, which if you remember last season, that was mental. That should be a great entertainment next week. And then one in Abu Dhabi, which is going to definitely be hard on the drivers for the last race of the season. Tell us, of course, who you think is going to win this one, though. The last 50% race for the 28 laps around USA. This could be quite difficult. Even this track, there's as many places where we saw in F4, you can miss your brakes, tap a bit taps. Going to go a little bit bad, of course. Completely different sectors, each one of them long straights, quick corners, and slow corners. So this is going to be quite good. 10 drivers, every single one of them is going to get points, but it's a case of who's going to win. Here we go then.
Alright, that's interesting.
What is?
Crazy Run is going to judge me how I corner cut. Apparently he's going to count how many that he does.
He's never going to be able to count all that.
No, problem is that my free lap check on him is random, so that's
Yeah, he's not going to be able to count exactly every single lap how many he's doing. No. Petrola says Mr. D for the win, so he goes with me. Copycat on that one.
Yeah. Right, so only 2 races to go at the end of the championship. Oh, Gary is on prime.
Told you.
Oh, no.
Could work.
Let's see whether he could pull it off, but I do not see why he's doing that. But anyway,
I don't know, he's going to get
20th
mugged.
round to the Circuit of Americas. Let's hope we have a good race here tonight. 4, 5 lights. Lights out and away we go. As I said earlier, it's going to be a tricky to spot.
Ricardo's going to be first.
Start on his prime.
Yeah, Ricardo's going to be
gonna
first.
Straight on him. Deed is looking on the inside.
Gary's
as well.
on wide.
Gary's gone very wide.
Deeds is
And
through.
a couple of other drivers are wide, but we're relatively clean. Oh, there's the
Who said
Red Bull
that?
and Williams.
That
Red Bull and
must
Williams
have been...
just touching each other.
Don't know
Two
which one that
Mercedes
would
are
be.
there as well.
Oh, Tripod Mercedes gone round
Side pod
with-
Mercedes.
with Williams there. That was...
And the two leaders, Ricardo and Dees, are side by side as well on the end of the S's.
Deeds is going to go
Both
through.
keeping each other room. Oh,
Good driving by the leaders.
respectful stuff between the two of them.
It's a case of what happened at the
Who that
back.
Mercedes was. Ricardo goes wide of the head, but Dees has lunges up on the inside. Hamilton's trying to get third away from Gary as well, who is, well, he's basically
Sitting duck.
for anything he's got
He is
now.
a sitting duck and he knows it. That's probably why he went for it, because he does like ducks.
Dees looking around the outside, coming up into turn 11, the hairpin at the end of the straight. He's having a look.
Hamilton's through.
Through on the inside of Gary, but he's lost
He's missed his
his
break.
Lost
And
his break.
Gary's through.
Gary's back through.
And Deeds is through.
Dees has taken the lead.
Red Bull on the
Hamilton has
outside. He's going to go wide.
Rod trying to go on the outside.
Yeah, I think it was. Now up the inside, actually. He's going up the inside of Hamilton now. Hamilton
Dees
just
has
keeps
taken the
it.
advantage.
So Zupar's going to get past. Zupar's going to get past by his teammate. Schumacher's through. And then slows up and they... I don't know what's happening here, but Schumacher just seemed to let him back. I think he's letting him
What are
back
they
through.
doing? What are they doing? They're
They've-
messing each other out.
Yeah, he's... I don't know. And then
Don't know what they're
Schumacher's
doing.
through.
They're messing each other out, and Jason's going to capitalise the super bra. Going around it, trying to go on the outside, coming up to turn 1. He's got a lot more speed. He's going to be a front already. Indeed he is. Super bra late brakes though. Just trying to hold him on the inside of Jason. Jason goes
He goes
wide,
wide.
gives him too much space. Too much space in the exit.
There's Daz is on primes. Button, it was the Mercedes, I think. And Crazy Runner is on prime now after pitting.
Crazy Runner's pitted already.
So I think it was Button, the Mercedes that got spun. And the Red Bull, I feel, might have been Schumacher.
So, it calms down a little bit now. So the Mercedes are on the back foot.
Yeah, they are.
Leads by about, not even that much really. To be fair to Gary, even though he's signed on those primes, is keeping up with the front two. Early days yet though.
Don't know what Schumacher's doing.
Still don't know what both of those Red Bulls are doing. Both
They're on the
flying
back
out
of...
Hamilton
Yeah, they are.
for that fourth place. Oh, Ricardo nearly hit the back of Mr. D. Oh, Gary has hit the bollard in the end of
That's
turn
costing.
14, I think that is. That cost a massive lead. He's got to be consistent with this strategy. Red Bull's still close to one another.
They're about to battle. But it looks like they're about to battle, but I think Super's just staying behind them. They are a good team. They have won the Constructors this season, so they do know what they're doing. But at the start of this race, on that one, they didn't look like it at all. Sort of...
Cannot for anybody at the moment. Red Bulls are still trying to hold station, but again, they need to sort out who is the quicker between the two of them. Whether they can move up further in this race. Button is looking on the back of Gerard. Back of the field, Ricardo made his mistake with the S's. Messed him up completely. Now Gary's going to be all over him. Gary on those prime tyres, and Ricardo not having that much pace early on. Keeps on making mistakes, locks up into the hairpin. Got Hamilton behind Gary as well, looking at the pair of them. Of course, doesn't want these to get away. Gary's going to have DRS. Ricardo moves to the left, Ben on the inside.
It would be better for Ricardo to stay ahead, but here comes Hamilton. Oh, he taps the back of Gary. He taps the back of Gary, stays behind him. So it's all good.
Oh, no. Gary's losing time. Hamilton lunges up the inside. Bit of a lunge pass of Gary. Whoa! Gary trying to defend. He's defending all his life. And there's a hairpin now.
Good move, Hamilton.
Drives right round the outside.
Good move. Red Bulls are side by side, and Supercars back past. Yeah, they don't even know. I think they're trying to help each other with DRS.
Hamilton is through, past Gary. Gary cut the last corner. Doesn't help his traction, and now Hamilton's going to have DRS on the back of Ricardo with P2.
Schumacher's as well.
Side by side.
They're fighting again. I think that's Hamilton.
One. Oh, Ricardo gives him room.
Schumacher's past Super again.
Hey, Red Bull still side by side coming out of turn 1.
I don't know if they're working together at all.
Oh, Ricardo's messing up those S's. This is allowed Mr. D to fly.
He's gone.
Run.
Stayed out of the action.
Doing what Speed Demon did in F4 last night.
He did a good job. He kept out of the action. He's basically doing what Supercar's done all season. Made the pass he needs. Stayed out of the battles.
Yeah,
from Schumacher, which has just gone for it. Schumacher's gone for it. He's through, and he's getting mugged here.
Being completely swamped, and Hamilton in front is having a look at Ricardo. And these two Red Bulls, they're circling Gary.
They've closed him in, really.
Gary's boxed in. Supercar's trying to overtake both of them.
Aaron's got Hamilton's through. Yep. Hamilton's past Ricardo.
Through to P2. Supercar's struggling, and that's allowed Jism to come up to the back of them.
Ricardo keeps fifth for that. Sorry, Gary keeps fifth for the moment. So I just heard the car noise of Gary coming out of that corner. He's tapping it like mad.
I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. I feel it's better just to ease the throttle and things. Doing it.
I tap it into the corner and out. So Supercar is a bit slow here. He seems to be at the moment. It could just be because he doesn't need to be as quick anymore because the championship is done. But I don't know.
For the fun of it, really.
This is the time where last season we had new people start to come up the grid and start the race, and obviously Mr. D's having it, and so is Ricardo.
Ricardo is not liking these S's in the first sector in these opening laps. He needs to get some sort of rhythm going through now. He keeps on making mistake after mistake to allow Hamilton to go through. Now Schumacher's on the back of him. Supercar sort of regained composure. He's now looking on the back of Gary. Very early on the brake, hits the bollard or taps it. Now Supercar is on the back of Gary. He's going to have DRS and the slipstream should be on his way through. See? That Red Bull engine doesn't really kick in until the final burst. He's not going to get through because Gary's got DRS. Schumacher's looking on the inside of Ricardo into the head, into 11. Oh, didn't get the best of traction either. Gary's going
to look at it. No, he can't. He's going to get closed off. Schumacher doesn't care about Gary behind him.
Gary's back in, steps out, and Supercar's up on the inside, and he's got it.
Good move.
5, yeah, should do. Good move by Supercar.
There you go. Sort of cleared Gary, which is keeping with him at the moment.
He's keeping with him. He's keeping with him, Gary. That's what he needs to do. His strategy. As Ricardo goes very well across the corner. Schumacher, how he kept his front wing, I have no idea, but Ricardo's struggling.
He's getting tapped behind by his teammate.
But it's like, get a move on, get past this guy.
You tell him to hurry up already. Ricardo could be mugged here by the Red Bulls.
Into turn 1, Ricardo on the inside.
Yeah, Supercar's going to try and get them both.
On the inside. Supercar's on the inside. Gary almost tried to... Ricardo almost lost 3 places in that one corner. And now he's holding up his teammate.
He's lost a lot of time.
Really struggling in his opening stage. He's got to gather it all up together.
There he is.
I see he's got about 5-6 second lead already. Flown in front. These guys have been battling. So now the 2 Red Bulls are now going to turn their attention to Hamilton.
And see, they've done a good job. They've worked so far really as a team, passing people together. As there's a mistake by Ricardo, goes too deep in the hairpin, and Gary is now side by side and will have DRS through.
His tyres look like they're finished.
Already, and here goes the Red Bulls then. Schumacher on the back of Hamilton. He's done him. On the outside of the DRS and he's through into second. So the Red Bulls are flying now. Here goes Supra up the inside. They're side by side. Supra's done Hamilton as well. Hamilton tries to go back at him, but he's not going to get it done. So
oh, he's going to follow it.
yeah, he's. Wow, they're flying. The Red Bulls are flying. They're
Red Bulls.
easily past.
They're proving to everybody here on the grid that why they are constructors champions. They're just working together. Hamilton goes very wide, not from the corner, just trying to keep up. Has sent me a message, so let me do that. Harry is such an idiot. I told him to go Oppo.
Option prime option. Yeah, that's what he means.
Oppo.
Well, he's gone for the poo strategy instead.
Yeah, to be fair though, the only person that's not working out for him in his favour is Mr. D, because he's so far out in front. But, not to keep up with these guys, Hamilton comes right through the middle part of that sector. I'm going to get him on check. God damn.
Yeah, I'll have to do it soon. Jism in 7th, he'll be happy with that. Button in 8th, so whatever happened to him, he's managed to pass Daz and slowly catching up to this battle. These guys, Daz on the prime, so see how that works. The crazy runner, he don't know what happened, but hit into it on lap after that on lap 1 for the prime.
Might have had damage.
I think he
going on.
must
Battle
have.
going on for 6 and 7 by the looks of it.
Strolling back to that. This is Gary, and Jism has passed Ricardo with DRS.
Dropping way back.
And so Jism, I said he would be happy with 7th, he'll be even happier with 6th.
Front row started down to 7th after lap 7. That's how that works.
There's been no incidents as well.
Started apart from the first lap.
Is there any incident then?
Oh, the Mercedes spinning.
I thought that was a Red Bull. Yeah, but Ricardo's not in a Mercedes in the Force India.
Oh no, okay, yeah.
No.
I thought you were saying there was no incidents about the whole grid, and I was like...
Like, Petrona says, I take it back about Supercar. Every time we see Gary, he's cutting corners. Oh, he's nearly side by side there with Hamilton. Yeah, I don't bother to look at that. Petrona's like, no, I say, oh no, you can't really think about Gary. He hasn't. He can't pass him, no, so he backs out, so...
Tell you what, Mr. Dees again, he was squeaky clean and Russia in terms of trap limits. He's doing it again.
He's a good driver.
All around the front.
These guys have been battling though, so he's got clean air, nice tyres.
Maybe he has the fastest lap, but...
Fastest lap is actually Schumacher's by a 10th to Mr. Deed, so...
Oh, interesting. That has been a trap, there's a battle going on for 4th and 5th now.
Gary's through, but he's actually got Hamilton come back at him. That could be a soft, but it's luckily not. They're trying to be clean. And Gary's actually going to get this. He's got the inside. I would assume he's going to get this. He's made sure he didn't cut the corner. But he can't defend Hamilton because of that. He's made a mistake. Now Hamilton's coming back round the outside of this double to triple apex right-hander. And Gary's just going to take 4th. So this is where the primes are starting to be the crossover point. There's Hamilton now down to 5th. Actually, Gary made a mistake last corner, but don't know if Hamilton's actually going to have the tyre wear to get the run on him. Got DRS, so let's see, someone's already in the pits. I think that's probably Ricardo. Does Hamilton bother to go up the inside? Yes, he does, but he's not even going to get it. And Gary just turns in like no tomorrow, and that's that. And Jism's now fighting with Ricardo for 6th still, so I think the guy who pitted would be Button. I think he got spun. I don't know.
Mercedes actually got spun. Now, I think actually it would be crazy running because I don't see any other reason why he hit on the first lap. Obviously, we have to review that later. Interesting. Go over these checks. How all it takes is like a couple of warnings being thrown out after Russia. Sudden, oh, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, there was that's what it takes. Sometimes it takes to be told off to turn good. And Ricardo now into 6th place from DRS, repassing Jism. Well, say that. Is he going to get it done? Yes. Unless Jism can go for the cutback out of it. He's looking to the outside. Nah, he's not going to get it unless he can get the cutback here. That's brilliant. If he can, and he has. He's just ahead into the 6th again. But Ricardo's going to go to the inside. He's right. He's nearly just the rear end into it. He's had to correct it. And there you go. He gives him back through. Smart thinking by Jism. And now Mr. Deeds pits. It's a good battle for 6th there. Good racing between both of them. Ricardo, obviously Taiwo's got the best of him there. Nearly losing the car and having to save it.
Good race between all the as Mr. D is the leader pits.
Yeah.
Stay on board.
Gary is going to go up to 3rd now as he's passed Hamilton once again. Hamilton must have just got back through on DRS, and Gary actually is taking the turn 1 too cautious, and Hamilton rounding outside of turn 1. Now he's off the turn 2. He's going to go back ahead into 3rd. No, Gary's actually going to stay there side by side into turn 3. This is very, very close, and it's all touching, and of course there would be. And then Hamilton's going to keep the pace though. They tried to be clean. It's very, very difficult through there, but they worked it out between them. That 10 of 28. So is this a one stop on 50%?
Possible.
It does look very easy. Looks very easy.
Put it off, but
oh
no,
my!
you can pull it off, but you have to work these options as a supervisor. Now we go for the lead.
No, it's not. It's working together with his teammate.
But he does.
That wasn't lag on the stream. That was my recorder because I looked at my recorder and it froze. So don't worry about that. That was my recorder. And now Gary back through the DRS into 3rd. So their battle in sector 1 means nothing. And Jism in 5th.
Red Bulls are sort of working between each other here. They're trying. Deeds has gone for the undercut. It's come out relatively clean air, but it's not going to be clean air forever.
No, he's caught up to
Ideal.
Ricardo.
Because of the pit.
I would have to say Ricardo would be struggling bad. Pitting Ricardo, yeah. Hamilton, no, Jism and Ricardo both pit. So there's still big clean air for Mr. Deeds. There's 2 cars he was about to come up on. They've both gone in the pits. It's working in Mr. Deeds' favour right now. Everything is going right.
Going right, but if yes, really badly.
So prime for both of these drivers. Daz, of course, hasn't pitted because he's on the prime tyres.
Oh, that's going to be close turn 1. Oh, maybe not.
I think they've just got ahead of Button, that would be.
Yep.
Mr. D's having a big
Well, getting close to the back of Schumacher. I've noticed how the Superbras fastest lap was a 40 flat compared to its half a second quicker, and Superbras again, you passed him. You did not. Why are you doing this?
Teamwork, and there you go, Buttons past Ricardo. Mistake by Ricardo in sector 1, or sector 2 actually, beginning of sector 2. And Ricardo drops to 9th. He will have DRS though. He's messed up the hairpin. Traction wise, he's messed it up. So, not going to help at all, and he doesn't use his DRS either, so don't think he's going to pass him. And on the back of these, got his crazy runner on the primes, whatever he's doing at the moment, he knows he's going to get a point. Not the best race for him though. These guys stay out for the Red Bulls. They're probably going to do a one-stop, I'll have to say. And so does 4th.
Oh, so that's interesting.
He's already pitted for the primes. Oh, actually, Superbras gone through turn 1, so they swapped.
Oh, he swapped. Yeah, so this is interesting by Gary. How he's pitting before both Red Bulls. Red Bulls have taken those options further than he has.
He's going to come out in 5th place as well. Behind Daz, which is still on the prime.
Maybe Daz is trying to work at one stop, possibly.
So are the Red Bulls, they're working on one stop.
Oh, the midfielder interrupt. Wow, Gary, whoa. Whoa. Oh, why do you want to go? Or why do you want to go for those efforts? Wasn't you gain advantage? Oh, I say again. You gain advantage and you just cut. There. He went through the first part of the S's. He sort of followed where the right lines are. Literally. Every part.
Oh, Ricardo's now dropped down to 10th. Okay, anyone that comes near him, he's just let through at the same place twice, 2 laps in a row. So Crazy Runner up to 9th, but he's on whatever strategy he's on due to lap 1. So interesting to see where he goes out. He's in warm primes now. Someone's in the pits. Someone's messed up, I think, in the pits. It's Schumacher. So Schumacher got first call of the pit.
First call of the pit. Found one of these.
Obviously not, these is gone. These is at turn 1.
Come out. Wait, he's going to come out with a reasonable gap to Gary.
Yeah, he's got Deeds that Daz in front of him, which he's going to go for right now.
Look at Daz.
He should just be through. Well, if he just take the corner normally, he would have been over the contact afterwards, but it's all good. If Gary had just taken the corner normally, he would have been through, because I'm pretty sure Daz just left that open for him, because that was in the track.
Still good ballsy move, though. Locked up his tyres and everything.
Daz now struggling on those definitely warm primed. So I wonder how Crazy Runner's doing as well. They're both really basically on the same sort of war wear for the R1 map. Doesn't actually seem like Crazy Runner's struggling though. He's caught a little bit on his teammate in 8th. And definitely pulled away from Ricardo, which is struggling right now. He's struggling on those options and he's obviously struggling on those primes.
One wonders where he got that qualifying lap from. If his race pace is not at all, well, it's not consistent. I don't think he can do the fast lap.
You can do a fast lap, but race pace not there, which happens, and
super hits.
It's unfortunate for him. He's struggling. He's not getting the turn, and he's not getting anything he really wants from that car. Happens sometimes, but maybe he has a setup for qualifying, but obviously not for tyre wear or race pace.
Now is Superbro going to get out ahead of Schumacher as Button's off connection? Well, unfortunate for him, but no points for Mr. Button. No, there's a very close to the turn 1.
But Superbro just gets ahead of Gary.
Oh.
Gary's on the option, definitely got nothing there. Gary brakes. I don't know what you would do if you're super up. You've got a guy that's obviously quicker now on the quicker tyre. Actually, I say I would know because I let John Bigwood do the fast tyre on Monday, so obviously I would. Sorry, once again I'm having recorder problems. Just then into the heavens. It's happened twice. I'm going to see if I can delete some stuff, because I think that could be a reason why it's happening. Now, Gary for 3rd inside the arrest of Super, and there you go. Cut back from Super, no. Gary into 3rd.
That's a big shot at the podium, but he's still got to figure out where his strategy is going, because if he's going to do one extra stop on the Red Bulls, because obviously the Red Bulls are going to try and do a one stop, he's got to get ahead of them as quickly as possible. Even Deeds needs to get a gap, but he's got almost the whole of the front straight as his lead though.
gap. And now Gary's all over the back of the car. Schumacher. All over the back of him now. Should just wait and do what he did with the Super after Schumacher, and that would work. Here goes Gary for second place. DRS goes to the outside of Schumacher, and he should be through even before the braking zone, and he is. So Schumacher just feeds back in, and that is the place for Gary. Now, he's lost traction out of it, so Schumacher can come back at him in the next corner. He does. Get back through. If Gary can just lay land into this left, this is going to cost him big time if he can't. He tries it. It slides through. Cut back from Schumacher, and he's going to go to the outside. Back through goes Schumacher. Side by side for this double slash triple right hand corner, and Gary's going to lose the place to Schumacher. This is very costing now to see whether Gary can even close on Mr. D. It's a nice move for Schumacher to go back through. For Gary, you need a pass. If you're Schumacher, you need to keep him behind.
Gary has a 10-second penalty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't know where that's come from. He does have a 10-second in the penalty. Tony has the fastest.
Might actually,
41.9.
right down lap 15 last one.
Why? Okay.
You're going to be my reminder.
Halfway throughout the checks anyway. They've been relatively good so far. Only half the field done though.
Deleting some randomly still saved on actually every video I've done this season is still saved on my computer, so.
Back to Gary, but it's not really close enough to make the move. I don't know what the gap is that Dean has got, but he's got
Big one.
about 10 seconds. About 10 seconds that Dean has got. The very comfortable lead.
At one point there was a little bit of lag on stream, so sorry about that one. Okay, Robert's joining on lap 11, we're on lap 20. That was quite a while ago. Pass, so that's definitely the one I was thinking of. Anyway. Yeah. Possible one.
Bit of a gap now. But the front, well, Dean has got a huge lead.
That's just close that down because that's my laptop's doing something else. I'm trying to load the files to delete them and it's causing a bit of lag. About that. Everything should be restored now.
Dean has got a huge lead, and it's second, third, and fourth close to one another. And there's another gap to about Hamilton is in fifth. Gism is in seventh, and Daz is 6th. With 8th place being Crazy Runner. Leave it. The front row starter, Ricardo, is 9th.
Oh well, there was an update completed. Sorry, that could be why there was lag. My laptop just did an automatic update. Sorry about that. Great. Superbar now for 3rd place on his teammate. Things about it side by side off the long straight, and he's just through. But Schumacher's going to come back at him on the next right-hander. He's on the inside. They're really touching, but Superbar's got the outside line. He's going to take 3rd place. Good work by the two. They are definitely talking to each other as well. Cut back for Schumacher, not going to work. Superbar into 3rd once again, and there should be a battle right here for 6th. And it's Gism.
Just got by
Daz, which definitely doing a one-stop. Definitely doing a one-stop if he has not pitted yet.
Why is he not pitted?
No, Daz is still on those primes. Yeah, he has not pitted yet.
You gotta pit now. You gotta pit now. Seriously.
He's done a one-stop. He's got to pit now.
Oh,
yeah, because 10 laps. Has he not? How? I don't know if he's gaining time.
146 on that lap.
He's not gaining any time. Not gaining any time in doing that strategy. And Superbras messed up and he lets his teammate through. And he's working together very, very much, these two. And actually then his Superbras comes back at his teammate and he goes back through before the DRS line. That's crucial there. Schumacher will... They're not sure.
What about that? It's almost like Superbras just gave Schumacher a little cup under the ear there.
And then Schumacher gets DRS, but he's not using it. Now he is. There you go. It took him a while, but he used it. And he's gonna go through. So, are they battling or not? But Schumacher through.
I think realistically they're battling for podium here. Because they can't seem to sort out who's going to be in front. They're letting Gary go, and Dean is already gone. So
just like some deja vu.
Spread out apart from these two.
Time to go.
So, of course, it's at a time like this when I say, right, this should have been set up dynamic. Could be.
I would not mind it. But oh well.
You've ever raced off in the wet?
Yes, in F1 XL.
F1 XL.
Got a podium now. Yeah, I got a podium now.
Few
Again.
drivers pitting.
It's not. Daz hasn't.
Daz, are you serious?
Chisholm has, and he's gone on options, and so has Crazy Runner. So Crazy Runner, after whatever he's done, he's back onto the strategy, the normal strategy. So well done to him for that one.
Right.
But don't know what Daz is doing.
After Daz, you can hit now.
There's a pit lane.
To the end.
Hope you have not forgotten what the pit lane is for.
Off-grid Autosport.
But that's a good game. I am a 2-time champion on there for the Formula C championship. As here, what do you mean? You were in it. Ryan was in it. LGS was in it. Saturn was in it. Piper wasn't in it.
Rapids was a touring car champion.
Yeah, other people were in it. Other people were in it.
Yeah, no,
I had, yeah, we did. We had other drivers that were quick, but me and him won. So we did have opposition.
So
I just love that game.
Still these Red Bulls can't decide, as Gary does hit. So this is going to be the question: can these Red Bulls carry on in their one stop? Go around on late 44s by the looks of it, as Button joins back in. Gary's gonna come out. Is he gonna come out ahead of Hamilton? No, Hamilton pits anyway.
Back hurts, sorry about that. Just trying to sort it out. It kinda hurts. So has Daz finally pitted? Hamilton's pitted. Is Daz in? Yes, Daz is finally in.
Finally. Wow, it's taken Prime's 19 laps.
Ricardo also in. Yeah, it's taken ages.
Trying it out, but still.
He's going to lose places to Crazy Runner and Chisholm.
Get the back, but he does have the fresher tyres. Well,
by a lap.
By a lap over Crazy Runner and Chisholm, so did that work? Not sure. Right, now Superbras, are you going to overtake Schumacher? Because you've got to get on with this now. Yes, he is. Good. Overtake Schumacher.
You say that, is he really? Yeah, no, Schumacher's gone a bit wide, so that should be Superbras.
It is indeed. So, again, Schumacher's trying to fight back. Don't worry slightly about a very, very fast Gary Allbone is going to be charging up behind them. Options. Yeah. Get second
Deeds pits.
Quicker. Here we go. So, where's Deeds going to come out? He's going to come out ahead of Gary, obviously. But how far behind? Is he going to come out behind these two?
He's left his pits.
I have every confidence that when he does come out,
it's only going to be not much at all. Maybe a second. second, or no, it's
More
two.
than
Two.
About 3 seconds, 3-4 seconds he's got to catch up. Easily doable, considering what pace he has. Easily doable. I think the thing is with the Red Bulls, now that they're in this position, they have to carry on with those tyres. I know it's going to be difficult, but if they pit now, they're going to lose out anyway, so they might as well go for it. So, but that's really annoying that they appeared on my screen, lost connection to the host. Button. Well, unfortunate for yourself, Button, but we'll be back next week. Race Brazil and Interlagos, obviously. Next to go. Battle going on the back of the field.
Yeah, there is, and Crazy's trying to find a way past Chisholm, but he can't do it, so he's just going to have to wait. Now he's back on this normal strategy with everybody else. He's trying to pace. Why is the software messed up?
Mistake by Chisholm and Crazy Runners through. It's that DRS though. So can he line Crazy Runner up? He's picking up a fine line. It's the hairpin. I think he's going to try and do it. A bit far back though. Let's see whether he does have DRS. Go for it. DRS kicks in right about now, so in he goes up to the inside. And Crazy Runner trying to hold it around the outside.
He's doing it.
Can he do it?
Yes.
Does as well. Chisholm can still try and hold him around this corner here. No, just
cut back
when the outside doesn't really want to be there.
Inside? No.
No, he doesn't want to do dive bomb. He's not like that. So holds back for now.
So sick as Crazy Runners at the moment. Ricardo has just lost a lot of time. Since lap 4 or 5.
Right, so Super Rise dead right. First target on the
Let's go.
list is going to be Schumacher.
Yeah, but Supercar's gone. He realised as soon as Deeds pits, he just turned it up and was gone. He was obviously saving something and waiting, wasn't he?
Was. But he always seems to have a little bit extra hidden away. Totally underestimate him. That's why we didn't go for the victory. Of course, he's still gonna do a lot of hard work to keep.
I don't think I've chosen this whole season.
No, he's the Championship leader, even though he's won the most races this season by a long way.
I just didn't want to choose him. I don't know why. I wanted to be different.
Now, Deeds is, well, by the start of the next lap, he's going to be on Schumacher. Again, Schumacher can't really pit now, even though it looks dire the situation. If he pits, he's going to be maybe almost in the clutches of Hamilton, although he won't be under any pressure. Now Deeds has got the DRS coming up to turn 1 now. He's not going to be that close to him yet. Going for the outside. Turn 1, it's going to be a brave move. He's going to go for the cutback.
No, he's just going to stick around here.
Oh! The inside. Way. Nice defending, and Deeds trying to make a way through, can't do it. Of course, he's got to think in his mind and wait when it's possible. You can see the other Red Bull in front.
Oh, he's made a mistake.
He's made mistakes. Yes, he's got to ease off.
Yeah, he's lost time.
Of course, this may allow Gary into it. Oh,
Whoa.
Schumacher's gone wide. Schumacher's gone wide in the end of the SSD. Still can't go through. He's given Super Bra a breather. He's about 3-4 seconds up the road. Wide, laying the brakes towards Steve. Gary in the background, catching up to these guys. Hell for leather. Steve's now going to have DRS in the back of the straight, coming up to turn 11.
He's through.
Oh, he's through already. Can he complete the
Yeah, he
through?
should do. Yeah, he's turned in, he was confident.
But Deeds now he's got to focus his attention on Super Bra in front, going for the race victory, his second in a row. In this amazing run of form that he's doing. He wants to be in the race of champions at the end of it. That's in his head now. Quite possibly. Yeah, of course, the race champions will be the very, well, probably the very last race that XRL as a whole will have together.
What do you mean by that?
The top two. Well, it's going well. Half the people are going to go to project cars and iRacing and F1 2015, and half going to stay on F1 2014. Be completely split down the middle. That's going to be one of the very last races. It's
I think we were split down the middle a while ago.
Oh yeah, probably, but
Yeah.
now it's definitely going to be by that point. But
It's the last big race for the F1 2014, then the focus will be gone.
of course, but
And it will turn into a side event.
well, by then we will have some more information on what's going to happen with XRL and some new information, running it.
Pretty sure we'll find out tomorrow, don't we, on Thursday, who's running.
We find out tomorrow, but we can't really tell the viewers or the ones not
until next week.
Yeah, until we absolutely know. So by now, but Race of Champions, if you are unaware, is the top two from each division. Plus, and there's going to be a little other stipulation which I'm going to have to find more details on, but there will be another third team put into the equation. Of course, we'll have our two spaces, which I will try and get into trying doing it, because of course I'm not going to be involved in racing. That's high up at the table. But maybe it'll be Wes, maybe it'll be Tom, maybe it'll be...
Well, I'm going to be racing, aren't I?
If you didn't want to be in it.
I don't know. Sounds like a good laugh. Sounds like a good laugh. There goes Gary for third. Here we go, inside. Good move, good move, good move. If you can get it stopped in time. You can, no, you can't. Good defense by Schumacher even. That was good though. But Gary looked like he wasn't gonna, and then he just threw it. And he, don't do it there, don't do it there. Wait.
Don't make a move there.
Wait for the straight, wait for the straight. Best bet.
It's been a relatively clean race up until now, guys. Come on.
No, we're just gonna wait until the straight and then go for
it. Catching Super Brother. It's about 1.5 to 2 seconds. He's not really gaining that much. He's got to really keep pushing.
He gained quite a lot. I think he'll be in the last sector. It'll be last sector where the traction is. Here comes Gary then. For third, to the outside. Does he slip it to the inside? Nope, he stays on the outside. He's had enough room and he is through before the braking. Turns in, he's missed his brake, so he's going to go straight on. And Schumacher back through. If Gary keeps making mistakes, he's losing this podium. He's throwing it away for himself right here. He needs to be patient and he needs to do it cautiously, not full out attack. Third place.
Going round corners. Ray's going around slow corners. Gearbox is not going to give him any good favours. He does that in 100%. That does wear away the engine and the gearbox. So, meanwhile, Steve is now on the back of Supercar. 2 laps to go in total. Steve will have this move done by the back straight. He gets through the F.
Schumacher defending on Gary into turn 1, but that could cost him because Gary could go for a cutback once he has that. Can he get the traction down? I think Supercar's going to keep the place because I think Gary learned from last lap not to try and get into here. Yeah, he did.
P5 is being caught by somebody. I don't know who it is.
I think it would be crazy.
There's options, so 5th place, maybe getting it. I'm going to run the back of Supercar. Supercar did pretty well for that hairpin. Steve is going to have DRS. Is he going to make the move done? DRS now over for the McLaren drivers, going for the outside line. Can he get the late break done? Does.
Yeah, he's going to get that.
Yeah, good traction, and he's through.
Supercar
dives on the inside. Oh,
that was different.
Not like it.
A bit unlike Supercar, but Gary's done the same. He's done what I think he's done exactly what Mr. D's just did. Supercar to Schumacher, and he is into third. And he's done it completely this time, no mistakes now.
Yeah.
I
of this second half of the season in the final last few races. He's been the one on form. He's scored the most points in the last several races. Gary hasn't. I wouldn't keep Gary on that third place yet. Schumacher's still with him. Gary's taken a long time and he hasn't treated those tyres well to try and get past Schumacher, and I think it's going to hurt him now. So saying that it's something. No. Thanks for the S's. Look back at Crazy Runner. Hamilton is on the option. Crazy Runner is on option as well, but I think Crazy Runner fitted so many laps later and Hamilton's struggling. A potential battle going on. Crazy Runner's getting so much with the S's. Last one, there's a battle for 7th as well. Battle.
Yeah, it's Jism versus Dudes. Sorry, Daz.
Gerard. Bill's going to finish off this job. Bill's going to finish off the job of winning the race. Second in a row. Well, he's had those last few races.
Germany. We got a third, a 7th, so that wasn't the best, and then a 4th, a win, a 5th, a 5th, and a 3rd. Decent. I think I'm looking at the right one.
That's surely not in
No,
order.
that's the wrong person. Actually, I can tell you where his run actually started, all the way back in Silverstone. 3rd, 4th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, and a win.
Might want to get on the battle for 5th. It could
I might want to actually.
potentially be the final sector, final lap kind of stuff. Very much brewing. Having trouble. Front 4 aren't going to change unless I make a mistake, so I'll half an eye open on that. Still a battle going on for Gerard, still going on. Crazy Runner is catching Hamilton all over the place. Hamilton on these tyres, completely gone. To the final, he's gone very wide on the S's. Still hanging on to first, and Super Bro Crazy Runner's going to have DRS in the back of Hamilton. Get the good traction out of here, I think he can. It's going to be all down to late brakes on this corner into turn 11. It's a hairpin. Hamilton realises it, defends. More to the left. Casually moving back and forth. Crazy Runner. Whoa! Very late on the brake. Trying to go on the outside.
Deeds wins.
Deeds wins from Super Bro, but still there's battle going on. Crazy Runner just need to be patient. Gary gets 3rd, ahead of Schumacher in 4th. Crazy Runner dive on the inside. Hamilton gives them the room. No, with rubbing tyres. Oh. Moving going down to the very final corner. Crazy Runner's got to get the good run. Knows he's got the fresher tyres. Hamilton's all over the place. All over the place. But onto the corner. Now coming into the final corner now. I think Hamilton may have it. Yeah, he's got
Should have it.
Just hold on to 5th. And I believe his Jism is going to hold off to 7th ahead of Gerard. 10-second penalty has put Gary down to 4th. So unfortunately we're going to have to go with the front 3 instead. But those fastest laps, the difference between them. Gary on 40.8, fastest lap by a country mile. These are 41.5, and then the 42s were the 2 Red Bulls. Because they were on the conservative tyre strategy, paid off for them, 2nd and 3rd. The Deeds takes the win, is 2nd in a row. 2 Red Bulls, 2nd and 3rd. Gary 4th with that 10-second penalty. Hamilton just holds on to 5th over Crazy Runner with Jason Gerard, Ricardo in 9th. End of the finishes, and a very Very entertaining race, actually. Relatively clean. Not too bad.
Mm. I'm just literally looking at actually the stats for Deeds and everything.
Route limits has been very good as well. To say. Pretty good. Deeds and super form at the moment. Carry it on. These final few races, just pushing his way up through the field. I think that put him right in contention for second place in the driver's standings.
Well, literally, I've looked at it. He got a good second in the first race, but then after that, he just didn't have it. He didn't have it until Austria. He didn't even have it then, and then in Britain, he's just come on form, and he's been in the top 5 since Britain.
Oh. Let's get these guys on the podium. Wait, there we go. There we go. We have all 3 in. So after a very quite eventful race in Austin, Texas, we got these 3 at the end of the race. Mr. Deeds, your second race victory in a row. Of course, you inherited the victory after Ricardo's disqualification of Russia, but with this one, you controlled it well. As soon as you got to the front and got that huge lead at the start, it seemed all in control from there.
Yeah, sort of a nice pull that gap at the start. The first 2 corners were a bit hairy when I was trying to take the lead. Yeah, once I got the lead, and got a bit worried when I see Super Bra go and Schumacher go for lap 13 off. I knew they were on a 1 stop. That's pretty much my only concern the rest of the race. So keep it nice and clean and tidy.
And indeed you did. Indeed you did, and some good overtaking in the first part, and good overtakes on the 2 Red Bulls at the end. But as I was saying, the second race victory in a row, and this amazing run of form that you have in those last 6 or 7 races. I think you've been in the top 5 for all of them, if I'm right in saying, which has definitely put you in. I don't know exactly where it is on the table, because I meant to check in the table where everybody was, and I should have done, but I believe that has put you right in contention for second place in the Drivers' Championship, which of course would put you into the Race of Champions. Is that the reason why this run of form has come about? You've seen the Race of Champions and you're interested in getting into it?
No. To be honest, before I ain't crossed my mind about Race of Champions. I just literally want to do as best I can every race. Lately I've been achieving sort of near sort of my best.
Well, it's good. It's good to see this run of form, especially after the luck that you've had throughout the part of the season. Last 2 races, Brazil and Abu Dhabi, both 100%. Are those both 2 tracks good for you?
Yeah, I quite like both of those, yeah. Abu Dhabi is probably my stronger one.
Well, we shall see where you end up, and enjoy your race victory for tonight. So we go on to second place on the podium for Super Bra Course Champion-elect, obviously, after Japan. But an average of sort of qualifying for you at the start. And at the early part, you seem to be having some little communication difficulties with your teammate, Schumacher. Of course, I know that you 2 go into party chat and discuss different strategies of what you're doing. But it seemed to me in the first stint, the middle stint, and even the final stint, you were dropping and changing to see who was going to be the sort of front runner. Is that the case, or was it all just a plan?
No, well, quali wasn't the plan. I think that was my worst quali the date this season. Just get that together. Probably my own fault, not doing too much practice. Yeah, in the race there was a lot of chopping and changing with me and Schumacher. Actually, we were actually quite even on pace throughout, and we were still undecided on our strategies. So we were sort of playing it by ear and making sure we didn't obviously ruin each other's tyres by getting in the way too much. But we just happened to be pretty close throughout. It was a good race though. Proud of Deed. He didn't put a foot wrong in that race, so fully deserves that victory. And yeah, he's on a great run of form. So hopefully stop him next week.
Indeed, and I noticed you were one of the very few number of drivers throughout the whole of the league that have actually pulled out of one stop. Both Red Bulls have achieved that tonight. Was it something that you originally wanted to do going into this track, or was it did it sort of happen after you realised the tyres actually looked pretty good after a certain amount of time?
Yeah, I mean we weren't battling a whole like a great deal at the start in that first stint. There was a lot of battling in front of us, but I mean we just weren't really battling that much. And by sort of lap 10, the tyres are barely gone. So I think it just made sense for us to try it. I mean, in hindsight, I think maybe if one of us went on a 2-stop, it could have been different. But I don't see us. We replay that race with the start that Deed got. No one was catching him. He had decent pace.
Fair enough. Well, enjoy your second place on the podium. Of course, drivers, title and constructors all settled up, so can really relax in these final races, but I know you'll be pushing as always. As will the final step of the podium for Schumacher IMA. Timely return to the podium. I think it's been quite a while since your last visit, but correct me if I'm wrong with that one. But,
In Germany.
Oh yeah, Germany was last time. It has been a while. So yeah, a good solid podium in front of you, good battle with your teammate. Another person pulled out the one stop. Reasonable race, really?
Yeah, not really much went wrong in that race. We were talking about the one stop before the race started. We were seeing if tyre wear was a problem. We should have obviously split the strategies, but I can't grudge Mr. Deeds now. He deserves that win.
Well, that's very good of you to say. And any other notes you want to say about that race? Any particular?
I had a good battle with Gary Alban.
Yeah,
It's such a shame he got the penalty because I mean, he seemed pretty fair racing with me in the last stint, and we swapped and changed, and he overshot a corner or two, and then I was able to get him back. But that was the most enjoyable part of the race for me.
Well, that's very good. And well, again, enjoy your podiums for yourself. You're still in the humble second place behind your team and the drivers. But
Yeah, that's probably why we did the one stop, to in case anyone that did the two. We knew the one stop was decent, but Mr. Deed had such a great start, and with everyone just in the pack, it's hard to get a jump on anyone in the first sector where it's so tight and windy. Plus, I think he went to. Did he go 2 options, Mr. Deeds? At the end?
Prime option.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. So we thought it could be a possibility of catching Mr. Deeds. I felt we pitted too late for the one stop because I got the gap down to like 5 seconds, and in the second stint he was 12 ahead when I came out of the pit.
Anyway, very well, very good race for the pair of you, and all three of you, in fact. Any more comments you want to say?
I'll go with it then. Schumacher, firstly to you, well done on your 20th podium, not including any wins in your XRL career. So well done for that one. Super Still not getting 10 wins, unlucky on that one, but your 6th podium, not counting any of your wins. And Deeds, your run of form continuing. So well done on that one.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
There's the stats man all over again.
Funny podium there, man.
Yeah, indeed, very
20.
nice. Right, so
Not
there we
including
have
any
it.
wins.
There we have it, guys. Round number 17 of the championship, the Tier 6, all done and dusted. There's 2 more races to go. Of course, the next round in the championship is round Interlagos in Brazil. 100% for these guys. In fact, 100% for every division in XRL Racing League. In fact, last 2 races, Brazil and Abu Dhabi, are all 100%. But with Brazil, nice, fast but twisty circuit as well, with the chance of rain. Probably the last circuit will have rain in this season. Well, most likely actually, because Abu Dhabi. But
Guarantee. Just say it's a guarantee. It's a guarantee.
Guarantee. So we shall see what happens. Of course, we know what happened last season. Yeah, so maybe we'll get a repeat of that or not. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But thank you for everybody that's been watching. Thank you all the comments. Thank you, Wes, for your help as always with the stream and the graphics, etc. Thank you for the drivers. Thank you for the comments. Thank you everybody. But guess with the next time we will see you will be on the Sunday for the F1 division around Brazil. Next time you'll see us will be me and Wes together will be in Wednesday for next round of the Tier 6 Championship. So from everybody in XR Racing League, good night and have a good rest of the week.